Hello friends, welcome back to Simply Made Homestead. I'm so glad you're here, and if this is your first time visiting our channel, you have picked a really good video. This soup is a loaded potato soup. It is so rich and creamy, full of flavor, and so yummy. Your family is going to love it. Now, to get started, we're going to get our onions peeled, and those onion peels, I am going to save them. I always save them over into a freezer bag, keep them in the freezer for when I get ready to make stock. You don't have to use your onions that way, like a whole onion. You can use your peels, and it gives all that yummy onion flavor, and the peels also add a nice brown golden color to your stock. It's just a really good thing to have stored away in your freezer. Now, if you are new to cooking from scratch, I know it can feel a little overwhelming, but I do have a beginner's guide to cooking from scratch, and you will find the link in the description box below. I hope you'll check it out. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I'd love to hear from you. So we have our onions all chopped up. We're going to work on our garlic. We've got 3 garlics, 1 onion, and this makes a nice big pot of soup. We have, there's 3 of us in the house, and we always end up with leftovers, which I love leftovers. Now I have 8 slices of bacon, and you see I'm cutting it into small bits, little slices, and I am going to, in just a minute here, I will even cut those bits in half. So you just have small little cubes of bacon bits. We're going to get those frying up in our pan to get them nice and crispy. Now you see I have canned things here, my canned potatoes, my canned stocks, and some seasonings and all. You don't have to use canned potatoes. I am, because I have them, and it's almost time to plant potatoes again, so I'm going to go ahead and use up my potatoes. Plus I don't have to peel and dice and all like that. From canning, they're already cooked to a little bit, not completely, but they are cooked some, so I won't have to cook my stock or my soup for as long. But even if you're using raw potatoes, it's just a matter of tasting or forking your potatoes and tasting your soup along the way to know when it's done. Now you can see here I'm frying up our bacon, and we want it nice. You don't want it to leave, I mean, if you like little fat pieces of bacon, but I love it when it's nice and brown all over and crunchy. So you do yours how you want it. So I'm spooning it out over onto the plate. I'm not worried about putting it on paper towels or anything like that. Adding a couple tablespoons of butter to the bacon grease, and then in goes our onions. All right, so we're just going to cook them until they're a little translucent. And into the onions, I'm adding a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of pepper, and a teaspoon of chili powder. Stirring it around really well, letting it cook for just a minute. I added a quarter or about a third cup of flour. You can find this recipe at Simply Made Homestead, so you can print it out and have it on hand. Now, just by looking at the thickness of the grease and the flour together, I did add a little more flour. Now, flour is raw, so you want it to cook for at least a minute, but for a couple of minutes would be even better. We're adding our chicken stock now, mixing it around really, really well to get it all blended up. Added 2 cups of milk, whole milk. Of course, you can do 1% or whatever if you want. Adding a nice big pinch of cayenne and nutmeg, which is so good in any kind of cream sauce, in my opinion. All right, I brought it to a boil, adding the potatoes, stirring it around. We'll get it back up to a simmer and then let it cook until the potatoes are tender. Now take half of your soup over into a blender, and we want to just blend it until it's nice and smooth. Now you can do all of your soup nice and smooth. I like a little chunk in mine, but I don't want it all to be chunky. And when you blend the soup up, it makes it even thicker, and then you still have the chunks of potatoes, and that's just my preference. So you do it how you have options here. So you test it and see. I have used a hand blender before to try to blend it up. You just don't get it quite as smooth, or I didn't, and I didn't want to chop up too many of my potatoes. So even though I'm dirtying up a dish, I prefer this method. All right, so I added my cream just to give it that last little bit of luxurious yumminess. Some sour cream, so like a 1/3 cup of cream, a 1/3 cup of sour cream. Make sure you head over to the website simplymadehomestead.com so you can check out the recipe and know exactly how much of everything to put in there. Added most of the bacon, probably about 3/4, 2/3, 3/4 of the bacon. And then you need to stir it up, test it, taste it. We love pepper, so I added some more pepper, a little more salt. This is where you wanna check it out, see how the flavor is. So when you put it on the plate in the bowl and you serve it to your family, that first bite is just yummy deliciousness. All right, there it is, all spooned up. Now let's sprinkle some cheddar cheese on top, add a little dollop of sour cream, a little more bacon, some chives or chopped green onions, and oh my goodness, so good.